Welcome. I'm your host, Queen Yolanda Mitchell, and welcome to New Being Queen Talk. I came to you all today just to talk about being discreet, being someone that somebody can come and talk to. Have you ever had someone that you can talk to, but it's only a limited amount of information that you can give them? Well, maybe this video here will be something that you can probably take from and then apply it, maybe use it, or even just kind of remember for your own purposes. Being discreet. As a queen, we have to always remember that we have to be in a position that somebody can come and confide in us, tell us things, share information with us, and kind of let us know what they're going through. Be that woman of God that people can just open up to and just share their secrets with, because we all need it. I remember being younger. I remember being at an age in my life where I was still struggling, trying to find myself, and I really needed someone to talk to. And being that I was young, I really didn't think I had someone of my age that I can talk to. So I went to someone who was older, but she was much older, maybe 67 years old. And I started sharing some deep, dark secrets. When I tell you deep, not only just deep, but it was dark secrets with her. And I truly believe that she took those secrets and those things I shared with her to her grave. And I didn't feel like I needed to tell her, well, don't tell anybody. Because, sometimes we have to do that. We have to tell people, well, I'm going to tell you this, but please don't tell nobody. You should not ever have to tell someone not to share your secret. For real, being real. You should not have to tell anybody not to share anything with you. So you have to be mindful who you share your things with, okay? And one of the ways that you can know if you can share something with somebody is by listening to their conversation. Now, while they may be sharing some things about themselves, but are they sharing things about other people to you? Are they sharing things about others to you? Even if they share things about themselves to you, how much information are they sharing? And how are they sharing it? And what about it that they're sharing that you feel like, oh, that was a bit too much? Okay? Because sometimes the people that can share any and everything about themselves too, they may share any of your information as well, because they don't know how to be discreet. Okay, so whenever somebody is sharing something with you, and that doesn't mean that you're supposed to go off and share with, okay, I'm going to tell my friend what she said, or I'm going to tell that friend what she said, and I'm going to go into all these different details and elaborate and all that stuff. Have someone they can go and talk to. Be that person they can go and talk to. And if you kind of tell somebody not to keep their mouth closed too. And then if you're sharing it, it is because you just want to say, hey, let's take this in prayer. And don't go into all the details. Just say, hey, I got a sister here that came to me with something hard, something heavy on her spirit. And can you just come in with me? And let's join together and pray for this woman of God. Because this here was deep. This was deep. And then you go into prayer about it. But you don't have to go into great details about it. You don't have to tell them the whole entire story. Because they confided in you. They told you that. They shared a part of their soul to you. And another thing, queens, when you get upset with someone and you all are no longer talking, y'all are no longer conversating, y'all don't talk to each other, y'all done fell out, y'all done had y'all episode, and don't go tell their secrets. Don't go tell people about what they went through in their childhood, what they went through with their husband, what they went through with their children. That's none of that person's business. Let me tell you something. When you share something about other people, that person that you're sharing with may not be mature enough to be able to handle what you're saying. And you have to think about this, that they may start looking at you some kind of way. May say that if she tell her business, she might tell mine. I had to pause for a second for that so you can catch that. Because just imagine if they tell out of anger, because they mad now, they upset, because they're no longer friends, or they done fell out and they're no longer talking. Now they want to just tell you and everybody else about that person, how they just did this and they did that and what happened in their personal life. That has nothing to do with nothing. Now I can see if you share maybe reason why y'all fell out and why y'all no longer together, why y'all don't talk anymore, why y'all no longer friends. I can see you sharing some of that. But don't share it in such a way that that person now looks at that other person a certain kind of way. Make sure you make it clear that that was your experience with them and that won't be their experience with them. And don't hold them accountable to make them think they can't talk to that person because you fell out with them. That don't have anything to do with nothing. They do not have to not speak to that person, talk to that person, hold a conversation with that person because y'all don't let her talk. That has nothing to do with anything. That was your experience with that person. That was your experience. Do not make another friend feel as if you're going to be my friend, you can't talk to her. That is high school, elementary or middle school type stuff. When you become a grown woman, you can be able to talk to whoever you want to talk to. And you're mature enough to know how to keep the conversation separate. Keep it separate. If you don't talk to this person, or let's say this, if you have a friend and your friend don't talk to this person that you do talk to, when you hold a conversation with either one of them, y'all don't need to be talking about, you don't need to be talking or allowing them to even discuss one about the other because they're not there to defend themselves. And if you're not going to defend them, don't hold a conversation. But if you do say something about that person, speak positive about that person. You know, as if you bring their name up, say something nice about them. And when you talk to the other friend, you speak positive about that other person. But don't try to bring the conversation up. Don't try to even hold the conversation because it may go south. But if they do say, you know what, I understand where you're coming from, but when I talk to her, it's really a pleasant conversation. And it's really good. She's very intelligent. I like talking to her. She has a lot of insight about a lot of things, and just move on. Because you just don't know how deep their, difficulties or their differences are, or, their feud is. You don't know how, big it is or how deep it runs. But at least when you're talking about one of the other queens, you're talking to that queen about the other queen and their name do come up, be nice about the conversation. Don't hold in such a way as if you're talking about them. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be there talking about them and they're not there to defend themselves. And don't let them talk about the other one or your other friend in a negative kind of way and they're not there to defend themselves. Just don't do that, okay? But what I'm saying is, I'm going to go back to the subject about being discreet. If someone shares something with you, be discreet about what you made possible to share with someone else. If you have a friend that you've talked to and you got other friends that you talk to as well, and you say, well, my friend just really needs some prayer right now. Unless they're like really, really close, then I can understand y'all may share because y'all probably share everything. But I'm going to tell you this. Y'all know just as well as anybody else know. You know just as well as anybody else know that you have one friend you can share something with. You got this friend you can share something with. You have that friend. You don't share everything with one particular friend, do you? You don't. You have that one friend that you may share a certain amount of things with, that they may can relate and have in common, that you just share something with them, and it's just another friend that you probably just won't share it all. And it's that friend that you just get real with and you just get deep with. But that's that friend that you definitely hold dear to you, okay? And they have been tried also. You just can't just find a friend and just say she's my friend and you just start confiding in her, telling her everything about your personal business. Especially when it comes down to like your marriage, relationship things of that nature. Don't do that. And I'm gonna tell you this. This is just such a true statement. And when you do share something with your friend about your boyfriend, your fiance, husband, when you share something with them, see their reaction when they come around your friend, husband, boyfriend, fiance, or whatever it is. See how they react. Because if they're mature, they're not going to mistreat, mishandle, or talk to them in a kind of way, period. Because that was just their conversation with you about that person, and that's not for you to mistreat them because of what you said. Because at the end of the day, when you are upset with that man or their boyfriend or husband, they probably gonna still stay with him. They may be talking noise, oh, we're gonna get a divorce. They're probably saying, oh, we're going to separate. They're probably saying a whole lot of things. But when you look around, they're still together. And you probably done acted up some kind of way. Don't talk to the man no more. Look at him and roll your little eyes and things like that. No, don't do that. Don't do that, because they're probably just venting. A lot of us women, a lot of times we're just venting. We're really not going to do anything. And y'all know as women, just going to be real honest, when we're really going to do something, we have made up in our mind that we're going to do something, y'all know we become silent. When a woman has made up in her mind that she's going to do something, and her mind is made up, she gets real quiet. You hear that? That's quiet. And when she do speak, she's speaking, she don't use many words. When a woman has made up in her mind that she's tired of that relationship, she would talk softly. She don't put much energy into it. She don't care if you take a bath. She don't care if you come home. She don't care if you touch her, spend time with her, look at her, have a conversation with her. She just do not care when she's done. So when you have a friend that comes to you and they have been really quiet, they may have really made up in their mind. And at that time, they probably won't even share with you when they do go and get a divorce. They may not even share some things with you at all. They're just going to do the thing because they don't want you to talk them out of it. But meanwhile, while they may be going through something with their husbands, fiance, significant other, treat them right. Treat them with kindness. If it was their children, family members, loved ones, hey, they're still going to be there with them. And another thing, when they're talking about their family, listen to them when they're talking about their family. And look, it depends on who it is and what they're saying about their family members. You can only say so much about their family. Don't say too much. Just listen to them. You don't have to give out your whole 2 cents. Just listen to them because they're probably just venting. A lot of women, we're just venting. We're just releasing some things. So there's not anything for you to go and tell. There's not anything for you to go and share and say, oh, I got some juicy stuff to talk about. She done came to me talking to me about this and that and the third, and it's juicy, huh? It's a whole lot of stuff she just shared me. And you go on your phone and you talk to your best friend about what your other friend have just confided in you about. They came to you with something that's dear to their heart and their soul. And if you find a friend that you have shared and confided some things, you have confided in them about some things, and you find out that they've told the other friend and you did not give them permission to share it. Like I said before in the beginning, you shouldn't have to tell them not to share anything. You shouldn't have to tell them to keep their mouth quiet. You shouldn't have to tell them not to tell anybody. But if you find out that they ran their mouth, don't tell them nothing else. If you don't end the friendship, at least you know how to deal with them because they just expose themselves to you. They just let you know that you cannot tell them anything else. But if they done it once, they're going to do it again. And I don't care how nice they are. I don't care because they share their information with you. They talk about their relationship with you. They tell all their business to you. That's them. Do not open up and feel like, because they've told, me about their stuff and it was some deep stuff. So I share with them about my stuff. Don't feel compelled to tell them anything about your business. Because again, they have exposed themselves to you and letting you know that they cannot keep their mouth closed because now they're opening up and disclosing their personal detailed information with you. And they're letting you know as soon as you share your stuff with them, they're going to tell other people. Queens, I think I've shared just some things that was on my heart and my spirit about being discreet. I just want to just get that out. Just hoping that maybe you can benefit from it. I know that you can share it with somebody who's one of those younger children that are out there that they got in high school, they got little friends and things like that. Maybe share some of this footage with them. Maybe prayerfully they'll get something out of it. Okay, anyway, I'm done. That was it for today, Queens. I thank you all for your time. I love you all so much and I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in to New Being Queen Talk. Until next time, Queens, I love you. God bless you. Mwah. Like, share, subscribe, and press the bell button.